Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a long video looking at everything, absolutely everything we found in the GTA 6 trailer number 2, coming straight from the GTA 6 document, trailer 2 document. So first off, out of anything, this is made by the GTA 6 analysis team over here on X, also Eminem345X. And the whole team of people over here put in the hard work so we don't have to. This is going to help us creators massively. And this isn't really going to be any kind of, in this video, it's just going to be looking at it, you know, just reading through everything. I'm going to make separate videos here and there on different topics, different parts of this. But this video is going to be a long one. So sit back, grab a coffee. And yeah, just the GTA 6 document, trailer number 2. 87 pages. Let's start off with the characters we know of, and we got some new ones in trailer number 2. So of course we have Jason, Lucia, we have Kale, Daquan, Raw, Booby Ike, Brian Header, Real Dimes, which are the main characters we already know of. Rockstar gave us whole descriptions of. You also got Lori, who is Brian's third wife, and Downplay, a rapper, recorded a hit single with Real Dimes that took them to the top, so some kind of rapper that's going to be featured. We have Y-Man, which is the guy in the red hat. You can see him quite a few times. We have 2 of these unknown guys from the screenshots. We have the police officer who looks to be the kind of main antagonist of the game, at least for a good part of it. The Save Vice City baby guy right here, looking like Tony over here. Jason and Lucia's friend over here at the bar. Another little side antagonist character we have. Phil Cassidy returning from Vice City, who's supposed to be dead, probably a little reference to him. This is the S4S gang at the club, you can see. And then we have Brian's pilot over here, the red hat. So we have some descriptions. For Jason, desires an easy life but finds things only get harder. Raised around grifters and crooks, enlisted in the US Army to shake off his troubled teens, ended up in the Keys working for local drug runners. That is part of his business he has, you can see. Picks up Lucia from the Leonardo Penitentiary, which is really all we know so far is the first time they are going to meet, unless we get some kind of prologue before that. And directly from Rockstar here, he sees meeting Lucia as potentially the best or worst thing to ever happen to him, and we'll talk about why this is green and red in a second. But split storylines, honor system coming to GTA 6, and he is seen in multiple body states with various haircuts, beards, growth stages, and clothing styles. His last name Duval is of French origin, meaning of the valley. And it even counts how many times he's wearing a different shirt. Seen wearing at least 29 different outfits. Owns an iFruit phone. That is insane detail in this document here. Next up we have Lucia from Liberty City. Taught to fight by her father as soon as she could walk. Jailed in Leonardo Penitentiary for defending her family. And freed by sheer luck. Whatever that means. Good old GTA fashion. Driven to build the good life her mom dreamed of in Liberty City. Believes a life with Jason could be her way out. Fully committed to her plan no matter what it takes. Called Lou by Jason also. And she is seen wearing 26 different outfits. Okay, we're good. Obviously gonna highlight the main stuff here. I'm gonna skip through like some parts like these where it's just little stuff. If you want, pause the video, read for yourself. But we're going to try to make this as fast as possible, but I think it's 87 pages. I will link this in the comments for you guys to check out. Here is Kale, which is basically the luster of GTA 6 for now at least. Friend of Jason and fellow associate of Brian. Feels safest at home, stooping on the Coast Guard comms with beers and private browser tabs. That is a quote directly from Rockstar. He is basically the conspiracy theorist of GTA 6. Probably going to give us some heists. Next we have Jerquan Priest, more hustler than gangster, broke into music, aiming to make it big, and he is part of the music scene. He breaks out into his own thing, parting ways with Booby Ike, which kind of draws some tension between them, so we're probably going to pick some sides, you know, good or bad on our system. Known as Dre and D in the September 2022 leaked footage. So he is probably 28 years old by 2026, as implied by a tattoo, where it says he's born in 1998. Here we have Raw, who is also looking to be one of the main guys we interact with during heists. Seasoned bank robber with confidence, charm, and cunning, hunts talent for high risk, high reward scores, driven by his recklessness that sooner or later will cause his crew to either fully commit themselves or back out before things get too far. And his last name is Bautista, is of Spanish origin, meaning the Baptist in reference to John the Baptist. Which I don't even know what that means. Crazy. How do these guys find this? No wonder why it took so long to make this whole thing. Next we have Booby Ike, owner of the Jack of Hearts Club, Vice City legend who turned street smarts into a legitimate empire real estate, a strip club, and a recording studio. Next we have Brian, which is one of the main characters we see in trailer number 2, classic Keys drug runner from the golden age of smuggling, owner of Brian's Boat Works and Marina, still moves product through his boatyard with his third wife, Lori. Leaves the dirty work to others, which is exactly what we see in trailer number 2, where he's saying, "You better give me my money, Jason." And yeah, Jason probably doing some dirty work for Brian. And these two girls here are real dimes. You can see them in the screenshot as well, higher quality. Bay, Lukes, and Roxy make up real dimes, high school friends turned rap duo. So they're probably going to be some kind of side character we come across. Breakout single with Downplay, another one of the characters we mentioned up above, signed to only Raw Records after 5 years, redesigned and debuted in trailer number 1 at 46 seconds. Likely based on the City Girls from Miami who got popular after they signed up for artists for the Quality Control record label. Okay. And here we have some smaller characters. The police officer antagonist. He seems one of the game's antagonists, present in 2 scenes trailer number 2, which appear to be mission cutscenes. Presumably a corrupt cop, 100%. Brian's pilot, no voice lines yet, seen in 4 screenshots in trailer number 2. Goes to the bar with Kale and Jason and plays mini golf with Kale. And Jason's unnamed neighbor, seen in trailer number 2, knows Jason and says hi to him during the gameplay when Jason's driving by in the car. She's like, "Hi, Jason." Now we actually have some story and lore details from it. So let's see here. And okay, this is mostly from trailer number 2, not even counting trailer number 1 or leaked gameplay clips we see, which we actually know way more from the leaked gameplay clips than trailer number 1. So this just shows you how much detail we already have. This is why I make videos on everything we find out. Jason lives rent-free in a house owned by older criminal Brian and Key Lenerto. In exchange for this, he assists Brian in extorting local businesses and drug smuggling along with his friend Kale. At some point, Jason picks up Lucia from prison after she was arrested for something to do with fighting for her family. And yeah, that's where chaos starts, GTA 6. Cue the GTA 6 logo over the screen. Jason and Lucia leave after Brian informs him that an unknown group knows his name and address. And they likely go to Port Gellhorn. That's where we see the hotel scenes in the gameplay clips and the trailer and screenshots. That hotel is called the Starlit Motel, and it is a safe house. And this is where they carry out kind of little robberies like Hank's Waffles and Uncle Jack's Liquor. I do still think the Hank's Waffles robbery that we saw in the gameplay clips in 2022, that is the prologue. I'm still thinking of that. So yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see. We still barely know anything about the story. Yeah, that's where they begin to work with criminals like Boopy Ike, Guan, the rapper duo, Real Dimes, all of these guys. That's where the story basically kicks off. Jason's Key Lento Safe House. The safe house is an old stilt house designed to keep the house above floodwaters during the hurricanes. The house has a slit for keeping the boats inside. There's a pet snake in the terrarium, yeah. And we're gonna see some stuff later on in the attention to details part where it actually looks like a hurricane hit the house. He is actively repairing it over time. Characters, tattoos, and accessories. They do have multiple tattoos. You guys can pause if you want to take a closer look at these. As well as Brian. Yeah, all of these had to. This document is insane, guys. Go, huge shout out. I don't have that many subscribers, but huge shout out to these guys. Look at that. That is insane. More story details. An iguana wearing a t-shirt is seen in the opening shot of trailer number 2 outside Jason's safe house. In the Cal Hampton O2 and the Linnell Keys O2 screenshots, the same iguana appears around the neck of a woman, but this time wearing a crown. Both are the same woman, which also implies that she is an important character in the game, which is this person right here. Hurricane Roxy, and yeah, this is what I'm saying. Maybe a hurricane recently came through just before we pick up and play as Jason. Hurricane Roxy impacted the Linnell Keys, as shown in trailer number 2 at the 130 mark. The text on the sign reads, Hurricane Roxy was this strong. The line indicating that the water level rose at a pretty high level above the neck of a person. The Florida Keys has been affected by many hurricanes over the years. In 1998, Hurricane Georges came close to the Florida Keys with its eye center passing 12 miles south of Key West. It made landfall about, okay. So that's probably what it could be based on. Here we have some Rage engine improvements, that is the engine Rockstar uses, improved volumetric clouds, cloth simulation, clothes, hair rendering of physics, Lucia especially, ray trace reflections obviously, global illumination, light balancing, real-time audio reflections, glass rendering, liquid shades, what else? Gameplay animations, explosions, that is amazing to see. Ray tracing, look at the glasses, that is insane detail. Now we have a little snippet of some missions. So mission number 1, apparently, well, more like cutscenes, but we have some hints of what these missions might look like. So while Jason Duval fixes some leaks at his still house in the Key Lenono, Brian Header shows up to them to collect protection money from local businesses. Jason assaults the cashier at a general store in Key Lenoto, taking the money from the register. Now again, this is just speculation that is in order, maybe it's not in order, maybe that's just a random cutscene the dev was playing just for the trailer, but you guys know how this goes. We're trying to put as most pieces together as possible. Jason helps Cal and Brian's pilot to load a mammoth plane with drugs at Brian's marina. While Jason and Cal hang out at the Rusty Anchor, 2 locals come to confront Jason. Jason and Cal walk out Brian's boatworks and marina holding duffel bags. Cutscene number 5, Lori, Header, and Brian hand Jason a 9mm pistol. Jason picks up Lucy from Lenoto Penitentiary. Lucy says to Jason that Key Lenoto house is just a start for them. Lucy and Jason are intimate on the bed inside you. Best part of trailer number 2. And that is the part where we see Lucia working for the prison, picking up the trash outside the road. Cutscene number 10, they are at the Rusty Anchor. Cutscene number 11, Jason and Lucia hang out near the Rusty Anchor, lounging, having drinks together. Cal asks the protagonist inside the workshop of Brian's marina if he can hook up with her friends. Jason returns to his house in Key Lento, loading the 9mm pistol as he tells Lucia, "You and me, Lou, we've got this. Trust." Brian tells Jason at Brian's marina that they, presumably the police, have Jason's full information, name, address, everything. This aspect probably prompts Jason and Lucia to flee to Port Gilhorn and the hotel. And here we have some more missions over here. I'll pause if you want to take a look at these. But yeah, just a lot of these cutscenes, a lot of them probably be missions and pure gameplay. We know 50% of the trailer, I think, was gameplay that they confirmed. So that is just insane. We also have some factions, of course, in good old GTA style. We have some gangs. So the Sand for Sand Haitian gang from La Pearl, first mentioned in the September 2022 leaks. Also seen in trailer number 2 at 143. This is them right here. The Final Chapter MC motorcycle gang from Ambrosa, founded in 1982 as seen on the Ambrosa 01 screenshot. Unnamed Port Gilhorn gang, more hillbilly-ish. Probably go run into them a few times with some crazy missions. And here are some weapons. Let's take a look at these. Now just a quick look at the weapons we have. Here are some manufacturers. You can pause if you want to take a close look at these. I really don't know anything. I'm not a PvP person. As you guys know, I am a money grinder in online. But yeah, these are some of the weapons. Here's the weapons list. So let's see if we see anything familiar. We have the M4A1, AR-15, okay. Obviously the shotguns, pistols here. What else do we have? Okay, we have the grenade launcher. That's the one we see with Lucio, right? And of course the MK48, machine guns, M16, all your usual GTA weapons. So here are the real world events. Now here are the real world events. I already made a whole video on almost 150 plus events we know of already in GTA 6. Here are some that are confirmed that we saw in the leaks before in 2022 that appear in trailer number 2. So this is really cool how they track these down. So we have these ones up here: raccoon climb out of garbage, raccoon rummage trash, cop pat down, and the train station, Lucio's friends welcome party, swole couple workout challenge, and swole couple beach selfies. These are the ones we saw in the leaks in the whole menu we see that appear in trailer number 2. We also have some errors. Now guys, don't dislike this video, okay? I promise I'm not trashing rocks right here. But as pointed out by this person right here, there's a floating light pole. Okay, apparently that is a floating light pole. Okay, I don't know if that's legit or not. I don't know if it's a tree blocking it, but okay, Rockstar. An unfinished building was spotted by Yanis in trailer number 2. Maybe it's under construction, maybe it's just unfinished. Door reflection missing in trailer number 2 in Jason's house. Okay, now move on to the attention to detail. NPC activities and behavior is more complex. They can be found sitting on docks, laying on pool chairs, and walking through more paths. They can also be seen rotting in beds of pickup trucks. They have camera tripods on the beach to record themselves. Roadside workers work on the side of the roads. When Jason exits a store as woman enters, she subtly sides past him to avoid bumping into him, suggesting more natural NPC pathfinding and avoidance. Okay. There's a bigger variety of license plates seen on cars and bikes from Leonardo, Glenorda, which is Georgia, and Liberty states. Older cars have older license plates. And here's a lot of those license plates right here. Muscle deformation can be seen on Jason. Brian's bracelet can be seen pushing down his arm. That is insane right there. Raccoons can be seen through a trash can, which is just what we talked about. Tire marks on the road accurately reflect real tire patterns after going through the water. Vehicles accumulate dirt in a more realistic manner. The flip-flops are flopping. Guys, the flip-flops are flopping in GTA 6. Characters have visible body hair and sweat builds up gradually across their bodies. Some NPCs, including Jason, have sunburns. Jason's hair reacts naturally when wet, either from water or sweat curling and clumping around the neck. Leaves pile up along the edges of the roads. The steering wheel in Jason's Vapid is worn and cracked from prolonged exposure to heat. Jason is seen tapping his fingers on steering wheel to music. Car windows are shown in various partially rolled down positions, so one window can be rolled up halfway, the other one can be rolled down all the way, so on. Jason's shorts and tank top feature distinct folds depending on his stance. A 6-pack of beer that Jason carries sloshes realistically. Traffic stop right here with some cars and NPCs. Opening a cash register causes coins to spring forward and move around. Man, all of these attention to details. The stomach of the prison officer moves as he breathes to talk. This is insane. Lucia, safety vest is reacting properly to the light. Man, all of these. The ray traced reflections right here. Jason's safe house appears to be under renovation. Okay, this is what I wanted to talk about. This is one I pointed out in my first trailer video once the trailer released. Jason's safe house appears to be under renovation early on, with more of the interior visibly completed in later scenes of the trailer, suggesting time-based progression or updates. They did this earlier to 100% going to happen in GTA 6, with Jason's house out of everything. Trash and leaves float on bodies of water, the sole of the shoes realistically bed. Dollar bills feature portraits of presidents from RDR2. Let's quickly scroll through some more ones, some screenshots right here. The boat scene, Lucia's eyes, the character's pupils constrict during the day and dilate during the night, a detail also observed in RDR2. That is tiny. Some more right here. Oh man, just attention to you could make a whole video on this, which I already made like 5 of them. So yeah, Jason's vehicle, cobwebs. That's actually in GTA 5 if you guys didn't know. You have different driving styles, workout mechanics. Hopefully that's a big thing. We could actually change our body when we exercise in GTA 6. You have the AirPods in Jason's ear to listen to music, as well as Lucia in the boxing ring, which also is a whole new combat feature. Lucia can boxing. We're going to have boxing we could at least participate in some way with. Advanced weather system. The clouds in the Brosa 04 screenshot appear to be mature cumulus. What even is the anvil-shaped clouds formed when a powerful updraft hits? Who? What weatherman is creating this GTA 6 document? Guys, this is insane. But yeah, just showcasing the weather system. We all still hope hurricanes are a thing in GTA 6. We don't know yet. It's supposedly being worked on, but then cancelled. So hopefully they somehow bring it back if they wanted to. Repairing Jason's vehicle. You see his vehicle progresses over time as well. Changing the door. We don't know if this is just like through cutscenes or we actually do it ourselves, but pretty cool here. Brand new car interiors. You have tiny features. You could even move the steering wheel. Rockstar developer tool maybe, or maybe we can even do it ourselves for first person mode. You got the heist spikes. Limited weapon inventory. So this is interesting. In the last footage seen on the official GTA 6 website, Lucia is seen retrieving a pistol from a car trunk, coupled with the limited weapon wheel shown in September 2022 leaked footage. This suggests a return to RDR2 styled restricted weapons carrying. Players will probably be able to store weapons and potentially other items in their vehicle trunk. A jerry can and an American football are also visible from the trunk in this screenshot here. So this is probably most likely going to be in story mode. In online, who knows yet? Online we know it's more free, you know, really just sandbox overall. Story mode can be more realistic, but online, we're gonna have to wait and see if they do this online. They already do kind of have it online where you could take away weapons. It's not limited, but you could take away weapons so they don't show up. So maybe online will be something like that. But for online, I still see them just making us be able to carry 5 RPGs in our backpack. You know how it is, Rockstar style. So let's take a look at some brands and organizations now. We have the Vice City Police, Ocean Rescue, and Haitian American Cultural Center. Vice Beach Police on these screenshots right here. Some brands, new and returning. Chasey's Fast Food Restaurant, The Pieri, Marbles, Tiny Frank, Man, Tobacco, Coffee, including the Bean Machine. For soda, you have Fizzes, Fizzazz, you got, Zesta, and Big Chug. Liquor, we have all of these brands. Could be a big thing down in Leonota. For clothing, we have Zenith, Iris, Old Gen, Guffy, which is returning, Siestana Nove, Hinterland, and Liberty City Cycles. We also have some accessories, sports items. For sports teams, we have Manatees, Narcos, and Vice City Mambas, that is the basketball team and football team, and basketball Miami Heat. Telecommunications, we have the Wiz phones returning for Verizon. Hand sanitizers, Impure. Classic naming it by Rockstar. So vehicles. Crest, Our Gator, Hawks, Rolex, Outboards, Volcor Maureen, T East, and Aftershaft. Transport, we actually have the train as a transport. And we have a Amazon Prime parody, the Mirage. Weasel News, of course, make a return found in the trailer and screenshots. We also have a tourism board and some magazines found. Just all of these tiny, tiny details. Life Invader, of course, going back. So on to some activities we have. We have pool, basketball, fishing, hunting, cage fighting, gym workouts, American football, kayaking, scuba diving, mini golf, dirt biking, and bikini car washes. Safe house, we have Jason's safe house and Lucia's safe house in Key Lento. Near the Florida Keys area of the Keys. The Scarlet Motel in Port Gellhorn, which is where they hide out for a good portion of the story mode. We also know that there is an apartment in Stockyard we could buy from the leaked footage, and Booby's residence where we're going to be going into for maybe some missions in the leaked footage. We have a new phone upgrade. The phone always a big part in GTA Online especially, so we're going to have some new improvements to that. So here's the new design that someone mocked up here, as well as a picture we could actually see of the phone, which looks to be maybe an iPhone 6. Kind of outdated, but iPhone 6-ish style iFruit phone. Yeah, we already have some 4 basic apps found so far. Messages, Contacts, Snapmatic, and an unknown app, which looks to be maybe some drug running apps, who knows? Manage our businesses from the app. But yeah, here's a close look at Snapmatic here. In the newly reimagined screenshot scene from trailer number 1 of Real Dimes, we got a better look at one of the phones, which appears to be open on the Snapmatic app. The app displays an entirely different UI compared to the one shown in the first trailer. The current interface resembles a more functional in-game design, now featuring a bottom tab bar similar to TikTok and Instagram. So who knows, you might be able to actually like these. Imagine online, we could actually upload our own custom content and like it, share it, save it, who knows. Maybe that's why they're redoing Social Club. Some more devices, we have smartwatches. And they actually are useful, it looks like. So as Jason walks by with a 6-pack of beer, the female NPC's smartwatch lights up the moment he passes, likely triggered by its motion sensor, detecting his movement nearby. And you can actually tell the time on it too by looking down at your wrist. In trailer number 2 and the other screenshots, watches appear to reflect the actual in-game time. Taking a look at the car media player, you have a bunch of different options. Who knows if they're going to be actually useful, but we do know that, at least in developer tools, you can change almost everything about the car. The steering wheel, windows, seat height, pedal height even. So, you know, where it says asset functions, maybe we could go into it in first person, change stuff around so we like it better, to be better for racing or just cruising. You have the seats too as well, vehicle settings. So who knows, we might be able to actually use the media player inside vehicles. And onto some animals, we have a gull, spoonbills, wood storks, swans, woodpecker, new wild animals, some little rodents, bobcats, cougars, eels, foxes, raccoons, snakes, squirrels, stingrays, and wild hogs. And new domestic animals found, Rottweiler and German Shepherd dogs, of course. So we don't know the radio yet. We can't expect Rockstar to give us a little sneak peek at the radio. They did that with GTA 5. They might do that with GTA 6. GTA 6 could be massive on the music, especially down in Florida, Vice City. We have some vehicles already confirmed. We have Thunder Island, Child Support, Talking to Myself Again, Everybody Have a Fun Night, Hot Together, which is the main song in trailer number 2, I Love Rock and Roll, and of course in trailer number 1 we have Smoke on the Water and Love is a Long Road by Tom Petty. Iconic song. And here are the confirmed radio stations so far. We have Space 103.2, Paradise FM, Bounce FM, and K109 Studio. And here they say artists such as Supertramp, Air Supply, Steely Dan, or even Jimmy Buffett, a Florida native, are likely to appear on the soft rock radio station, specifically Margaritaville by the latter, given the tropical illusion and atmosphere. So that's interesting right there. Obviously, classic rock and soft rock always had a major part in GTA games. Just because 25 doesn't mean they're going to go all trap music. They're going to have the classic GTA music we all love. And of course, being down in Florida, you have the Haitian music, lots of Spanish music. Really huge variety. I think you're going to see way more than even we have right now. I think we have, what, 25 radio stations? In GTA, we're going to have way more than that in GTA 6. We also have some country stations and 80s pop waves. You know, they're going to go heavy with this. Wave 103, Emotion 98.3, Vice City FM, Flash FM, has to return. There's no way this doesn't come back. And vehicles. I already made a whole vehicle list video. Thank you guys for support on that, by the way. That is insane support. Thank you guys so much. But here are even more vehicles. I might have to go back and remake this video, but we have the Shafter, the Banshee, OG Banshee actually, from 2013. Ballistic Compact, the Sugoi, the Vector, Paragon R, Coquette D10, Sultan, Growler, 8F Drafter, and Penumbra. For muscle cars, we have the Gauntlet Classic Custom, the Impaler SZ, Vergero ZX, Convertible, Phoenix, Slamvan, Tulip, and Tulip M100. We have the Tempesta as the only supercar found right now. And maybe even a new Tempesta. For sedans, we have the Emperor VSTR and the Carrot Intruder. SUVs, we have the Dorado, Granger, Landstalker XL, Mesa, Tauros, Astron, Alutin, and the Contender. For coupes, we have the Zion. Motorcycles, we have the Everest, Manches, Sanchez, Western Motorcycle Company, Chopper, zombie version apparently. For off-road, we have the Camacho Yosemite 1500, the Walton L35, the Karen Rebel, a classic vehicle, a Blazer Lifeguard version, and the Vapa Car 4x4, and the vans, the Boxville and Journey 2. We have one utility vehicle, the flatbed trailer right here in the screenshot. For commercial, we have the Phantom and MTL Packer, pickups, the Rancher, emergency, the police riot vehicle. We have the Squallow boat, and aircrafts, we have the Nimbus Super Volato, Shamal, Swift, Police Maverick, a jet, the Mammotus, the Dodo, Buzzard Attack Chopper, and Sea Sparrow, and the Duster. For trains, the Freight Train. And new vehicles, a Pegassi sports car, this is what I just talked about, a brand new Tempesta, updated Tempesta, Sentinel Classic, and Willard Convertible. For sedans, we have the Albany sedan, Benefactor sedan, the Enos, a new Obey vehicle, the Declassy Tulip M100, and the Willard sedan. SUVs, we have Bravado, Karen, Vapid, a new Vapid Dominator GT, some new pickup trucks, motorcycles, bicycles, motorhome even, and more of emergency vehicles. Here they are actually. A Vapid Ghost police vehicle, Buffalo XTS police variant, and civilian police truck. For some new boats, boats are going to be a huge thing in Vice City. Airboat. What else? We even have a kayak, Sea-Doo, of course, returning, Sea Shark, Whirlwind, and of course the boat. We're going to be using the Everglades for some side missions. Some chaos going to happen on those missions. We have a yacht, which is the Atlantis 45 inspired yacht. Some vans and buses, the passenger van we see. We also have the Vice City Metro Mule Train, which you can see right here. We have the tethered aerostat radar system, which is the big plane you can see in train number 1. You also have the mobility scooter. On to the cities and locations we know of so far, and we have a lot. We have the state, Florida. We have Gloriana, which is Georgia, Ambrosia County, Marina County, Key Lento, where Jason lives, Little Cuba, Mount Caliga, which is kind of the Mount Chiliad of GTA 6, Peacock Bay, Southside, Tequista, which is probably one of the keys, Tisha Waka, whatever that is, I haven't even heard of that one yet, and Watson Bay. La Pearl and Hamlet's locations were also confirmed, having previously been known about from the September 22 leaked footage. The name Lenoda Keys was also confirmed in that footage. Gloriana is a new state that can be seen at least 3 times with the license plates. With the dolphin as the state symbol, this state is likely based on Georgia and is currently unknown if it will be an actual part of the game's map. Maybe a small part of it. Ambrosia County, Marina County, which contains part of the Florida Keys. The main locations are Vice City, Lenoda Keys, Graphos Rivers, Port Gilhorn, Ambrosia, Mount Caliga. All are indicated in Leonardo based on the Visit Leonardo text on their postcards. And here's the official description. We're a long way from the 80s, but Vice City is still in the sun and fun capital of America. The glamour, hustle, and greed of America captured in a single city. Each neighborhood has something to offer, from the pastel Art Deco hotels and bright white sands of Ocean Beach to the bustling of Little Cuba and the bootleg brands of the Tisha Waka Flea Market, which was that screenshot with the little dot coming out. Out to the Vice City port, the cruise ship capital of the world. You guys know Royal Caribbean also comes out from there. I mentioned that a lot on this channel. Neighborhoods and their real life equivalents. Little Cuba based on Little Havana, Peacock Bay based on Coconut Grove, Southside based on Brickell and Riverside, Tequista based on Brickell, and Tisha Waka based on Opa Loca. Here we have some more little breakdowns of the cities. More of the noted keys. This is the main one I will touch on. Official description: the dress code is casual, the bars are loaded. Life in this tropical architect isn't flashy, but it is easy. Get your buzz on and pull up a deck chair, but look out, you are right on the doorstep of some of the most beautiful and dangerous waters of all in America. Based on Florida Keys, obviously, the largest town known so far is Key Lento, which is currently estimated to be 3 times the size of Paleo Bay for GTA 5, also where Jason lives. We have the grass rivers over here, the untamable jewel of Leonardo's crown. You never know what lies beneath the surface of this primordial expanse. The gators may be the most famous attraction, but there are far deadlier predators and weird discoveries among the mangroves, which we will touch on that in a few minutes, but big spoiler alert. We have some new mysteries coming. Swamp monster, what else? Haunted factory. It's gonna be crazy. A town included in it is Watson Bay, based on Cedar Key, which is, it has a fire station and around the size of Paleo Bay from GTA 5. Animals seen in the area include alligators, boars, bobcats, deers, ducks, flamingos, and a brown mammal that is possibly a beaver. And again, going back to what they said up here about weird scenarios, the 2022 leaked footage, you saw 2 things that said fracking and a plane crash that is happening in the Grass Rivers area. Port Gellhorn, this is Leonardo's forgotten coast. Cheap motels, shut down attractions, and empty strip malls won't bring the tourists back, but there is a new economy in this once popular vacation spot. It's fueled by malt liquor, painkillers, and truck stop energy drinks. Jump on a dirt bike and hold onto your wallet. So this is where Jason and Lucy are going to go camp out after they discover that the cops are on their tail. And this is going to be a major part of the story. One of the most visited areas, I think. We also have Ambrosio, which looks to be near Port Gellhorn too. The battle for health and wealth of Leonardo begins here, in the heart of Leonardo. American industry and old school values still reign supreme, whatever the cost. The allied Crystal Sugar refinery provides the jobs, while the local biker gangs provides almost everything else. And we have Mount Caliga. Room to breathe on the state's northern fringes, a national landmark up against the state's northern border, which is by Gloriana, Georgia. Mount Caliga offers prime hunting, fishing, and off-road trails in the lush surrounding backwoods. Hillbilly, mystics, and paranoid radicals live far from the prying eyes of the government. So this is where you're going to find a lot of lusters, let's say. A lot of mounted people, some off-the-grid type of NPCs you'll come across. Definitely some interesting missions to take on here. And let's quickly look through your locations. So we have the 919 Club, the Jack of Hearts and Delights Club. We have numerous hotels here, some fast food restaurants, Marbles and Bobby's Hurricanes. 2 bars including the Rusty Anchor and Hoodwinks, the Xero gas station, Burnout Scooters bike shop, Watkins Auto Parts, Simon's Tires, that looks to be a play on a simian from GTA 5, Chip's Body Shop in the Leonardo Keys, Happy Nails Nail Salon, Crossroad Park Minimal Strip Mall, the Sinfronta National Bank, which is where we see that heist taking place, and then some buildings over here. Pause if you want to take a closer look at these. You also have the raceway. This is a big thing I haven't seen many people touch on. The Gellhorn International Raceway, which you can see in the leaks. You can even see a part of the mini-map and a tiny picture in the screenshots. We also have Gatorland inspired amusement park apparently. The Starlit Motel, which is where, again, Jason and Lucia are going to be hiding out for a good part of the story mode. A Caribbean market, 24/7 convenience store based off of 7-Eleven. And some of the others here are, let's see, Unnamed Cage Fight Funnery, where you see with Lucia, Draper Island, and Port Gellhorn. So all of these, you're going to be able to visit. I'm thinking most of the clubs featured in the trailer and screenshots, you will be able to actually go inside. We know that is going to be a massive thing. Rockstar pushing enterable interiors. That's the thing they cut from GTA 5, they cut out a lot of interiors. They're going to be making a big comeback in GTA 6. And here are some more landmarks. Of course, the Ferris wheel, the big Vice City sign. And then we have the community map featured here. Let's take a closer look at this. So this is what the community has basically, to the best of their ability, recreated. You see downtown Vice City over here, the big airport. That might change. Again, the road sizing could be out. This could be 10 times bigger. It could be out to here, but the road's staying the same size. This could be 10 times bigger, 10 times smaller. But anything could change. But yeah, this is basically as close as we're going to get until they actually... Well, no, until we get our hands on the game. I don't think they ever released the map beforehand. Yeah, and the raceway looks to be over here near Port Gilhorn area. Big airport. Again, Gloriana, Georgia. What if it's not just water up here? What if it's actually land like they have in RDR2? And then here you go. You reach the end. But yeah, I just wanted to go in depth with this with you guys. Point out some of the things, what they might mean. Some more hidden secrets and Easter eggs about these details. Again, I already made some videos on all of these vehicles, secret events you can find in the game. So if you want, go check out those videos. But yeah, I know this was a long one, but it was 100% worth it. Taking a look at everything we found in trailer number 2. And I think this is absolutely everything. If you guys got this for a video, probably like to leave a like and subscribe to the video. I'll make next.